President Trump does a 180 on the release of the Epstein files. This is what I'm talking about today on the drive. Has done a 180 on whether or not to release the Epstein files. He told Republicans to go ahead and vote yes for the release of the Epstein files. Now, why would he do this? The Democrats, for a long time now, have been wanting the Epstein files released. 180 and told the Republicans to go ahead and vote to release the Epstein files, something that the Democrats have been wanting for quite some time now. Now, why would President Trump do this? The Democrats have been begging for this for, oh heck, pretty close to a year now. And they've been claiming that the reason why Donald Trump hasn't wanted the files released is because they claim that he's a pedophile and he's going to be incriminated with the release of all the information from the Epstein files. Now, that being said, I personally don't think Donald Trump has anything to worry about. For one, he's been able to see everything that was in these files. And if there was anything incriminating in there, why would he do the 180 and ask for the release to happen? Secondly, if there was anything incriminating about Donald Trump in those files, I'm pretty sure that Joe Biden and his DOJ would have made sure that those files were released long before now. So there's a reason why the Democrats, when Joe Biden was in office and Joe Biden's DOJ had the files and knew everything that was in them, there's a reason why they weren't released by the Democrats during Joe Biden's term. I also feel there's a reason why Donald Trump hasn't wanted them released either. Because Democrats, be careful what you ask for. I have a feeling that there is a whole lot of incriminating stuff in these files. Not anything that has to do with Donald Trump, but I think Donald Trump was trying to protect extremely powerful people and influential people, not only in our country, from our country, but around the world. Same reason why I think the Democrats and Joe Biden didn't want it released during his term, because Joe Biden didn't want it to come out. He didn't want people exposed, these powerful people exposed for being with Epstein and doing the criminal things that they were doing. And I think Donald Trump, for the same reason, didn't want it released either, because there's probably people that are going to be identified, and the criminality of it is going to affect our country more than I think a lot of people even realize. I think there are some extremely powerful people that are in our government. I think there's probably a bunch of movie stars. I think there's a lot of powerful people that are going to be incriminated due to the release of these files. And I think some of those people are in important places and important positions. And it's ultimately going to harm our country, because these people are going to be exposed for the sick pedophiles that they are. Now, do I think it's right? No, I don't. I think anybody that is a pedophile should be incriminated and should probably be jailed, or worse for that matter. But to protect the sanctity, to protect the country, and to protect the image of our country, I can see why a president would do this. I can see why he would just want it to go away. And because, do we really want to expose powerful people within our government that have been doing this, do we really want the rest of the world thinking that powerful people in our country are a bunch of pedophiles? I don't. Is I would prefer that our country would be able to stand on its high horse and say, no, none of this ever happened. The sad thing is it did. And I truly think these people should be exposed. It kind of sucks, and it's a double-edged sword, because if these people in our government are in powerful places and they are exposed, it's going to make our country look bad, and it's probably going to cause a lot of changes within our government. It's just all around bad. So I think that's why Biden and Trump both would have just preferred for it to go away, not to expose our country for this, not to expose the sick shit that happens in our country. But we can't just brush it under the rug. If these people, whoever is incriminated within these files, there needs to be accountability, and these people need to pay the price for the sick shit that they've been doing. I don't understand the whole pedophilia thing. I don't understand why any grown man would feel the need to mess around with children. It's sick, it's demented, it needs to be stopped, and it needs to be exposed, and it should never be allowed to happen. I do feel the reason why Trump and Biden probably tried to sweep it under the rug is because of the harm that it's going to do our country. Because I think there's some pretty powerful people that are probably going to be exposed. I think it's probably going to be on the left side more than the right that is going to be damaged. That's why I say, Democrats, be careful what you ask for, because you might just get it. You know, it goes all the way back to Billy Boy, Bill Clinton. We all know that he was friends with Epstein, and we remember the painting of him in the red dress or the blue dress, whatever color it was. I think that people on that level are going to be incriminated. Again, I don't think Donald Trump has anything to worry about. I don't think he's a pedophile, and I don't think he's done anything that he's going to be able to be incriminated for, other than trying to possibly protect the sanctity of our country and trying to avoid the exposure that's to come of people in powerful places. Again, if there was anything incriminating about Donald Trump in those files, I'm pretty sure that Biden and his DOJ would have been all over it, and they would have used that to keep Trump from ever being president again. So I'm kind of wondering who's going to end up in those files and who's going to end up exposed. But I think it's going to end up doing our country some harm. I think it's going to open some people's eyes to what actually goes on sometimes, and the type of people that we have in these powerful places. If you disagree with me, go ahead and comment below and let me know if you disagree with me. If you're just suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, don't bother commenting. But if you have some intelligent comments to post below, or some questions, or you think I'm wrong, go ahead and tell me why in the comments below. If you like this video, please click the like button. It helps my channel grow. And if you want to see more videos of this nature, go ahead and click subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And until next time, I'm Eric Sturm, and this is The Drive.